Snake Island, known locally as Ilha de Queimada Grande, is a forbidding and isolated stretch of land lying approximately 93 miles off the southeastern coast of São Paulo, Brazil. At just 110 acres in size, the island's lush, green terrain and picturesque views of the Atlantic Ocean might appear inviting from a distance. However, this remote locale is widely regarded as one of the deadliest places on the planet. Its reputation stems from the overwhelming presence of golden lancehead vipers, a rare and highly venomous species of pit viper that exists nowhere else in the world. Over thousands of years, these snakes evolved in isolation on the island, becoming uniquely adapted to its environment and developing venom that is among the most potent of any snake species. The golden lancehead's venom is capable of causing rapid tissue necrosis, severe internal bleeding, and organ failure. Without immediate treatment, a bite is almost always fatal. This evolutionary adaptation is not a mere coincidence. The golden lancehead vipers primarily hunt migratory birds that use the island as a resting point during their long journeys. To ensure their prey cannot escape after a single bite, the snakes evolved venom with an exceptionally high level of toxicity. This adaptation also allows the snakes to strike swiftly and with precision, compensating for the scarcity of prey in their isolated habitat. The density of snakes on the island is staggering, with estimates ranging from 1 to 5 snakes per square meter. For anyone venturing onto the island, avoiding an encounter with these venomous creatures is virtually impossible. The Brazilian government recognizes the dangers posed by this unique ecosystem and has heavily restricted access to Snake Island. Unauthorized visits are prohibited, and only a small number of researchers and conservationists are granted permits to study the snakes and the island's ecology. These efforts are aimed at preserving the delicate balance of the island's environment while ensuring human safety. Despite the peril, Snake Island is a subject of scientific fascination, offering a rare opportunity to study the effects of isolation and adaptation in a highly specialized species. For most, however, it remains a place of myth and terror, where the natural world demonstrates both its beauty and its capacity for lethal danger. Thousands of miles away, the Pacific Ocean hosts another infamous locale, Bikini Atoll in the Marshall Islands. Unlike Snake Island, which is shaped by natural forces, Bikini Atoll's notoriety arises from human activity. This remote coral atoll became the epicenter of extensive nuclear testing conducted by the United States during the mid-20th century. Between 1946 and 1958, 23 nuclear detonations transformed the atoll into a site of unparalleled destruction. These tests included the detonation of Castle Bravo in 1954, the largest hydrogen bomb ever tested by the U.S. The explosion exceeded expectations, releasing radioactive fallout that contaminated not only the immediate area but also distant regions, causing widespread environmental and human harm. The nuclear blasts obliterated entire islands, leaving behind massive craters and a toxic legacy of radioactive contamination. Over 70 naval vessels were deliberately sunk as part of the tests, including the USS Saratoga, making Bikini Atoll a graveyard for both ships and ecosystems. The local population was forcibly evacuated with assurances of a swift return, but lingering radiation levels made the atoll uninhabitable for decades. Displaced residents faced a harsh reality as they struggled to adapt to life away from their ancestral home. Although some parts of the atoll have undergone cleanup efforts and are now open to limited tourism, radiation remains a persistent threat, and its long-term effects on the environment and human health are still being studied. Divers are drawn to Bikini Atoll for its underwater wrecks, remnants of a once thriving naval fleet, but the haunting beauty of this site cannot erase the devastation wrought by humanity's experimentation with nuclear power. On the Indonesian island of Sumatra, Mount Sinabung stands as a stark reminder of the Earth's raw and unpredictable power. This towering stratovolcano, dormant for over 400 years, erupted suddenly in 2010, catching nearby communities unprepared. The violent eruption unleashed pyroclastic flows, towering ash clouds, and rivers of lava that wreaked havoc on the surrounding areas. Villages were buried, homes destroyed, and thousands of residents displaced as the volcano continued to erupt intermittently over the following years. The environmental impact has been severe, with ashfall rendering farmland unusable and decimating crops, leaving many without livelihoods. The volcano remains active, and local authorities are on constant high alert, monitoring seismic activity and issuing evacuation orders when necessary. Despite the dangers, Mount Sinabung attracts scientists and adventurers eager to witness its power. Its eruptions have reshaped the landscape, creating an environment that is simultaneously destructive and awe-inspiring. For the residents living in its shadow, however, Mount Sinabung represents a constant threat, a reminder of nature's ability to disrupt human life in an instant. In northern Tanzania, Lake Natron captivates with its surreal beauty and hostile environment. This alkaline lake, with a pH as high as 12.5, is one of the harshest ecosystems on Earth. Its waters, heated to temperatures of up to 140 degrees Fahrenheit by volcanic activity, are rich in sodium carbonate and other minerals that create its strikingly vivid red and orange hues. Few organisms can survive in such extreme conditions, but salt-loving microorganisms and certain types of algae thrive, contributing to the lake's unique coloration. One of the lake's most eerie phenomena is its ability to mummify animals. Birds that inadvertently land on its caustic surface are quickly encrusted in salt, their lifelike forms preserved for years. This haunting spectacle has inspired both fascination and fear, with Lake Natron often depicted as a place of natural alchemy. Despite its dangers, the lake serves as an important habitat for lesser flamingos, which nest on its shores, protected from predators by the lake's inhospitable environment. Lake Natron is a testament to life's resilience in the face of extreme adversity and a vivid reminder of the planet's otherworldly beauty. Death Valley in California, USA, is another of the Earth's extreme environments. Known as one of the hottest places on the planet, this vast desert holds the record for the highest air temperature ever recorded, 134 degrees Fahrenheit at Furnace Creek in 1913. The valley's desolate landscape, characterized by salt flats, rugged mountains, and deep canyons, offers little respite from the punishing heat. Visitors are warned to take extreme precautions, as the lack of water and shade can quickly lead to dehydration and heatstroke. Despite its dangers, Death Valley attracts those drawn to its stark, unearthly beauty. The shifting sands, dramatic rock formations, and expansive salt flats create a landscape that feels otherworldly. However, survival in this harsh environment requires preparation and respect for nature's power. Death Valley's unforgiving conditions serve as a humbling reminder of the resilience required to endure in such extremes, and the delicate balance between life and death in one of Earth's most hostile regions. Finally, the Danakil Desert, spanning parts of Ethiopia and Eritrea, is often described as the hottest inhabited place on Earth. With temperatures regularly exceeding 130 degrees Fahrenheit and an almost total absence of rainfall, it is one of the most inhospitable places imaginable. Yet, this parched landscape is home to a variety of geological marvels, including active volcanoes, sulfur springs, and vast salt flats. The Erta Ale volcano, with its rare and mesmerizing lava lake, adds to the desert's allure, drawing scientists and adventurers willing to brave its harsh conditions. The vibrant colors of mineral deposits and salt formations in the Danakil Desert create an otherworldly tableau, but the region's beauty belies its dangers. The desert's extreme heat and lack of resources make survival nearly impossible without careful preparation. For the Afar people, who have lived in this region for centuries, the desert represents both a home and a challenge, showcasing humanity's capacity to adapt to even the harshest environments. Each of these places illustrates the power, unpredictability, and extremes of nature. From islands overrun with venomous snakes to desolate nuclear testing grounds and unrelenting deserts, these locations reveal the fragility of human existence and the awe-inspiring forces that shape our world.